Hey, welcome to the Brother Bryan Mission Podcast. My name is George Webby. I'm one of the chaplains here. I'm with Patrick May, who's a man that came through program, graduated, and now is one of our ministry interns. And so it's my hope today just to kind of have a conversation with Pat and just kind of go through his experience prior to coming to the mission, while being in the mission, and kind of what is his plans going forward. What does the Lord have for him? Welcome to the show, Pat.
Nice to be here.
Great. So, Pat, tell me a little bit about what your life was like that kind of led you to come to Brother Bryan Mission.
Well, I was married and living probably about 35, 40 miles from here. I wasn't working. I was drinking a lot. Been married about 22 years, and just me and my wife wouldn't get along, constantly arguing and fighting, and it just one night it just came to a head. She wanted a divorce. She wanted me out, and just one thing led to another. I had decided that I had no place to go, so one of my choices, well, really my only choice, was to owed fines through a county that I owed money to, and I thought, well, I'll just go there and sit it out, pay my fines, have a place to stay, figure out what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And then so I did that, and so they dropped me off. I went in there, turned myself in. They told me that I did not have a warrant and that I was free to go.
Okay.
So
where do I go now?
yes.
So how did you hear about Brother Bryan Mission?
Well, I had heard about it years ago, just very brief. And so I wasn't really that conscious of it at the time. So, but one thing led to another, and I got transportation to go stay at another shelter overnight.
Okay.
When I got there, somebody told me about Brother Bryan, that they had been here.
And it resonated, that thing back in your head. Oh yeah, I heard about that before.
Yes.
Okay. And now let me ask you this, Pat. Prior to coming to Brother Bryan Mission, were you walking with the Lord? Did you have a relationship with Jesus?
No. I mean, I believed in God. I knew, but not from really scriptures, just basically from experience. And I would say maybe the Spirit was in me.
I got you.
Just a feeling.
Yeah.
But I believe, but I didn't live for the Lord or by His laws.
So you wouldn't consider yourself like a disciple of Jesus at the time?
Okay. No.
And so tell me a little bit about your initial experience coming to Brother Bryan Mission. How was it different than, say, your expectations when you came here?
Well, I was always curious about, the Lord's Word, and, I always said that I wanted to learn more about it and be able to understand it more. And then it was like, almost like a wish come true in a way. And, it was a good, it was basically, I came here as a place to stay to begin with. And from their teachings, the Bible studies, the relationships, meeting other people.
Working together?
Yes.
Because I was your chaplain.
Yeah, exactly. And then your guidance and everything, and your knowledge of the Word, it led me to want to know more and feel more.
Yeah. What was cool to me is watching your kind of transformation as being kind of closed off, I don't know about this, to really just kind of almost melting and just becoming what God designed you to be, really. I mean, it's pretty awesome to watch. We've had these conversations, but just to share with our audience that it was pretty awesome to watch your transformation, what the Lord was doing in your life. I mean, I saw you soften up this rough exterior, because he's very raspy, but ultimately to watch you do that was amazing, to watch the Lord work in your life. And you saw a lot of legal issues kind of come to a head, like the Lord worked in miraculous ways, And what's awesome is that when we follow Him faithfully, things start to kind of work out. Now, does it mean that we're going to, drive a nice car and live in a mansion? Probably not, but we're faithful. The Lord's faithful too. And so it's been awesome to see that. So tell me a little bit, Pat, if you don't mind, what it was like, kind of what was your key to success for going through? Not everybody graduates our program. So how did you do that? What was really the secret?
I guess I had been in a program for, I can't really put exact time on it, but when I started noticing a feeling inside of me, and I would say that was the Spirit being inside of me, guiding me. It's hard to explain, but other Christians out there will understand. But because I didn't have a background in Christianity or church. I mean, I never attended church unless it was a funeral, a wedding, or baptism.
Right. Easter or something. Get your best
I didn't even go for Easter. So it was all brand new to me. I mean, this was, totally brand new. And but with your guidance and the Bible studies and being gifted with a Spirit, it was just I believed. I mean, it was, and it's not like I asked to believe; it was given to me.
Yeah. It was
And
wild,
that
right?
was, I would say, that's the key to my success,
Yeah.
if you want to call it success.
Sure, sure. I mean, yeah, for sure. And so tell me this, you're one of our interns, you work around the place, you also work, but you live here still, you're in our Exodus program, which is that 2-year program to kind of get us back acclimatizing and into the world, not of the world, but in it, right? And so what would you say is kind of next for Pat?
Oh, that's a question you shouldn't have asked. Well, maintaining a relationship, it's hard for me. Like, after you've been transformed to a degree, it's being able to take what I know and apply it to a life outside of the mission. Because I work another job 3 days a week.
Yep.
So I'm dealing with the people of the world.
Yep.
And in the way that I react to them, and in the tendencies of me to fall back to the way I reacted before I found Christianity.
Yeah.
And the knowledge of the Spirit guiding me.
Yeah.
To wean me away from reacting that way.
For sure.
And I pray for that most of all, is to give me the guidance and the wisdom to not react the way I would have before.
Yeah.
And I'm still growing.
Sure, of course.
And the more success I have, the more faith grows. And I'm getting to a point where I'm becoming more dependent on the scriptures and dealing with situations in a positive manner. And I pray for the knowledge to notice the situation I'm in and the wisdom to deal with it the way God intended me to do.
Amen. We couldn't hope for anything better than that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want for ourselves, and that's what the Lord wants for us. So that just shows the fruit that He's kind of ripening up and growing in your life, man. It's a great testament to what He does to transform us. So last two things. What would you say to men that potentially are thinking about coming to Brother Bryan Mission, applying to see if they can get in? What would you say to those guys if you could talk back to yourself and you're kind of on the edge? I don't know if I should do this or not. What would you say to yourself?
Well, I heard something the other day that hopefully it'll stick with me for the rest of my life. Is that Brother Bryan is not a rehab. It is a program to lead you to God and to teach you God's word, which is the Bible.
Yes.
And that's what it's basically.
That's the primary.
Yes.
And that will take care of everything else. You feel like that would work you through whatever.
If you put in as much energy into this program as you did using or whatever life it is you had before you came here, you'll get you will gain the things that I speak of. And I'm still learning and I'm still gaining. I mean, I'm not here to just think that I know it all, and there's so much more that I don't know, or so much for me to learn and to change. But I'm just saying that men can get to a point where I'm at, where you start becoming dependent on it.
Yeah, I understand.
And you apply it to your life, not just talk about it.
That's great. And then last but not least, what would you say to those individuals that want to maybe volunteer, donate, support the mission in some kind of way to do the work they're doing in men's lives like yourself? What would you say to them?
I would say come down here and see how it changes people's lives. I mean, me, for instance, when I came here with the clothes that I had on. I mean, that I'm talking about, that's it. I mean, I had nothing else, no phone, no money, no nothing.
Yeah.
And then for me to go from that 16 months ago to now, and basically everything I wear came from the mission. And what's here has been donated by someone else out there wanting to do something to serve the Lord or to do a good deed. That don't mean you have to be a Christian to donate this. But this is how it helps people's lives. It changes people's lives, and for them to have this, and to just to have clothing, and the bedding,
necessities like food, clothing, bedding, like a shower.
I mean, and then and on top of that, we got to have donations to pay the light bill, the water bill, the gas bill, to maintain the building. I mean, it don't, like I say, money don't grow on trees. But it's not about the money, but it's just, if you want to donate what you can. And come down here and look how it's being used.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people don't know about Brother Bryan Mission because I've witnessed to people that have been around this city for years. I'm talking 60, 70, 80, 90 years. Just never heard of it.
I know. Well, we're changing that. I mean, we have a mission. You know, there's a lot of need. You know, men out there needing it, and they all need Jesus. And so, first and foremost, churches can get involved with us. The individual can get involved with us. Whoever wants to get involved to do this work, and it is effective work. Pat, I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing your story. It's an amazing story. It continues to be amazing. God's doing amazing things in your life, and it's a testament to what Brother Bryan's doing, and more importantly, what the Lord's doing. So, guys, that's going to conclude this show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it edifies you, encourages you, and causes you to get out there and show what the Lord's doing in your life and share the gospel with the world. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.